What is up, my beautiful Capricorns? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. Happy Sagittarius season. Happy December. We are here to do your December monthly readings. So yeah, settle in, guys. Hopefully we have some fun here. It is my goal to motivate you, to inspire you, to inspire you to live your best life and chase after the things that you want. So as always with these YouTube readings, they are general messages. That means not everything that I say will resonate with all my Capricorns out there. So please, guys, only take away messages that you feel are meant for you, that, again, feel like they resonate with you and inspire you to go out and do something good, right? If something feels foreign or doesn't resonate with you, that means it's probably not your message. It's probably for someone else. Use your intuition to discern the messages that are helpful and the ones that you can push aside, okay? So, my camera's got a little delay here. We'll see if this works out, hopefully. As always, please come into this with an open heart and an open mind. Sometimes messages will resonate for you later down the line, in a few days, in a few weeks, even in a few months. So, if that's the case, take it and run with it. If it's your message, and that's great. And if not, you can push it aside. Everything else is written in the description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Check that out if you're interested. Otherwise, I am just so happy to have all my Capricorns here on YouTube with me. Drop a like, share, subscribe where you can. That always helps my channel. And guys, I hit 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much for all your support. All you returners, welcome to the newbies, but thank you so much for everybody who is returning and has hit those buttons, because that has helped me a lot. I appreciate you guys. So, my beautiful Capricorn friends, let's get a bottom of your deck card, and we're going to hop in for your reading. For Capricorn, this could be money, this could be love, this could be family, and it's going to be a little bit different for everyone. So, for Capricorn, what card for Capricorn? Energy card for this reading for Capricorn. Got a lot. Okay. 2 of Cups, 3 of Earth, Ace of Air. All right. You have 3, 2, 1, but it's 2, 3, 1. Interesting. There's some sort of pairing or partnership, and you decide to work together for a little bit, but ultimately someone ends up leaving. And it may have to do with a team dynamic. If you bring somebody into what's already like a good mix, what's already a good team, it's almost like this person kind of screws up the chemistry. And the thing is, it's not in a bad way. It just, there's a shift in a relationship. There's a shift in a dynamic where someone actually feels empowered to go separate, to go on their own. I have to be really honest. It sounds severe, like, especially if it is just a two-person relationship, and it might be. It's like you meet someone, you start to build something small together, 3 of Pentacles, but then ultimately it's like you decide to spread your wings and fly. But look at these cards. They're all beautiful cards. So this wouldn't be something that is heartbreaking or gut-wrenching. Again, it would be relatively new with all the, like, literally 2, 3, and Ace, like relatively a new relationship in your life. Could be a friend you meet, could be, again, a coworker. But ultimately, I do see, like, almost like, I don't even want to say the crumbling, because that has such a negative connotation. The disassembly of a relationship, so that ultimately it's like, this might be you, Capricorn. It's like you go off to fly on your own. Maybe you get a better job offer. Maybe you decide to go into business for yourself. Maybe you decide, you know, this person's cool, but I'd rather be single. It's something like that. That is such a Capricorn energy. I actually really love that. It's badass. It's very strong. It's not settling. It's realizing that, you know, the mechanics of this team, well, it's okay. It's good. Look, we're kind of swimming in opposite directions. I think I'm going to do it my way. Because you believe in it, right? It's my way or the highway. All right, cool. Let's hop in for Capricorn. So your energy coming into the month. Oh, shit, Capricorn. Did you just get the 10 of Pentacles? You did. I say that every time. That's awesome. That's a lot of money, right? If it's not money, you could talk about long-term success in your career. It could talk about the building or growing of a legacy with your family, right? We think of the acorn to the tree over many years, many generations. There's success. There's abundance. There's happiness, and also there's loyalty here, right? So very solid friendships that are going to stand the test of time. It could also be a love counterpart. For a lot of you, it's establishing a very hard work ethic in, I do want to say potentially your current spot, but let's clarify it before I say that. Ace of Cups. So actually it's establishing long-term, how interesting. It's establishing long-term commitment in something you love. So again, for some of you, it could be career related, but it might be new love. And so here's the thing. Capricorn. All right. Interesting. There's a relationship that you're swimming around. You're doing like this little dance of, I kind of like them, but they're okay. Something about, even the way these cards are positioned now, this could be someone flying in. If it's not someone flying out, like away, it could be adding a third person to the mix. If you see what I'm getting at, like it goes from the 2 to another person and now it's the 3. I still think at some point you choose to sever off from the 3, but it may be because you're investing love in 1. And I gotta be honest, and I don't mean to make generalizations or stereotypes. Like I enjoyed the sense of humor about the zodiacs. Stereotypes exist for a reason, right? So it's fun to be able to laugh at ourselves. I read something literally last night about Capricorn, specifically Capricorn males. They are very apt to be like third party situations. It's very common for Capricorn males. So again, I'm not saying this is specifically for the guys out there, but it's possible that if you're already in a relationship with one and a magical unicorn flies in, it's going to catch your attention, isn't it? Like you could be with a fish or you could be with a unicorn, right? And that's what I mean about the 3 people building something. Again, to the cross watchers, or if that panicked anyone, that's not my intention. I don't do readings about, fear-based readings. That's not my thing. But I am saying if there's a third party introduced into the mix, I do think something is going to take off from it. But again, this could go in a lot of different directions. You could choose to be single, Capricorn. You could choose to invest time in one. I don't think you're going to choose to participate in a third party much longer, if that's the case. But ultimately, what's coming up in your energy is the 1 cup. Choosing one love and then essentially establishing some sort of long-term commitment. Building a legacy with it. So it is actually very positive, but there is some tricky energy here. Just the way the cards kind of flew out. And again, take only what resonates. It's not going to be for everyone. All right, so, let's throw something on it. Why not? Gosh, okay. You do have the liar, cheater, thief card. I'm just going to put it out there. And again, this isn't necessarily you, Capricorn. This could be someone you're interested in. And again, if it strikes true, if it resonates, you'll know if it's your story or not. But yeah, there could be some head games going on in terms of, or not being, not disclosing the truth, being a little bit secretive about maybe a third party energy, ultimately to avoid conflict, right? And also, yeah, like the single lady, it's like I'm just kind of getting third party energy, guys. I'm sorry. I just got to be honest with you. Rather than meet the conflict face to face, rather than like confront the truth and confront the issue and go through this like tug of war argument with your person, it's easier to just like conceal the truth and kind of run. Do you know what I mean? And maybe this has nothing to do with a relationship. Maybe this has to do with you looking for jobs while being at your full-time job and having to like sneak out on your lunch hour to go on lunch or job interviews. It could be that, right? Lots of scenarios, guys. But it does seem the energy that you're looking towards is establishing the 1 cup of like peace and harmony long term. Now everyone's going to cringe when I say this too. If you don't have romantic prospects, this is actually a really beautiful message. It's like you've decided to love yourself and establish some sort of lifestyle in which your love of self and your love of your career and your ability to grow and thrive as a person, that's at the forefront of your mind. That's at the forefront of your energy. It's ultimately what you're building towards, right? So that's kind of a badass message. I like it. I will caution those who resonate with this. If you have a magical unicorn coming into what is already a semi-committed relationship, you do have the Tower up ahead. And I will say that is specifically for someone who's not being honest, someone who's not communicating the truth with their person. And I mean, the single ladies, the single man's card, however you want to say it, you can kind of toss gender out the window. This is speaking to me about a third party. Absolutely. It just is. I don't know how else to say it. So yeah, be careful. Because ultimately, if something is not being built on a solid and steady structure, a solid foundation, The Tower comes through to like bitch slap you a little bit, Capricorn. Essentially to like smack you back into shape. So the Tower is ultimately good in that it helps us to rebuild, but it's a very uncomfortable energy to deal with. So again, forewarned is forearmed. If you are heading down a situation where to avoid conflicts, you're covering up with lies, I would just be very careful who you're telling these half-truths to, okay? Because someone knows what's up. Somebody knows what's up, and actually what I'm getting is they're testing you to wait to see how long it takes for the truth to come out about the third party. It's like they're waiting, they're ready to transform and change. This could be ready to transform and change with you. Maybe they're looking for that engagement ring, but it could also be that they're waiting for you to come out with the truth because they know there's a hidden woman. They know there's a secret woman. The High Priestess doesn't speak, right? She's silent. Frequently a card of third party energy. I'm just going to leave it at that. Interesting. Yeah, so word to the wise for those involved in third party situations, get out of there. All right. Moving on. Anything else we need to know about? I do like your Ace of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. It's like you're trying to build a future rooted in love. I think that's such a beautiful message. So whether that's by yourself, and it could be, right? Because the Nine of Pentacles can be the single ladies card. So if this isn't talking about a third party energy in a relationship, yeah, this talks about loving yourself, knowing your value, knowing your self-worth. And maybe that's why some of you are severing off a third party, right? Recognizing I'm worth more of your time and attention and your love than like these other, these other people that you may or may not be building with. There is something about something flashy catches the eye and it makes someone stray from a committed relationship. Anyway, enough on that. Moving on. Courthouse, yeah. Some of you are definitely looking at marriage and engagement rings. I could absolutely see that. Going to the courthouse and doing a little impromptu or informal ceremony. That's not going to be for everybody, but getting a marriage license, that type of thing, making something legal, and again, love and long term. It could be some sort of financial contract in some sort of career field that you absolutely love. It makes your heart sing. It could be something very creative as well. Signing some sort of legal contract to be like a long-standing participant in some sort of like creative project or creative endeavor among like a team or among a group. All right, cool. So what is your challenge or focus, my beautiful Capricorns? The King of Swords, cutting, severing ties. Ugh. Oh, goodness. All right, let's see what the underlying energy is. Wow. Okay, you got two kings. Capricorn. Again, two kings. It's like vying for the attention of the woman. Whether you're male or female, you, again, toss gender out the window. But that is what this is saying to me. This is someone who needs to sever or cut ties with that which doesn't serve us. So it's a head over heart decision, right? The King of Swords is a sign of Aquarius. It could also be Gemini or Libra. It rules the headspace, the mind, making executive decisions and executing them with precision, with clarity. There's no wiggle room. There's no, but I'm not really sure. Like it's very harsh, isn't it? It's very cold. It's very cutting. But ultimately, it's because someone isn't recognizing your value. They're being selfish, right? They're holding that pentacle back to themselves. And so this is a card of Taurus. It is also Capricorn and I was about to say Libra. That's not right. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Libra. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn is earth signs. This is what would need to be cut. Generally speaking. So, I mean, it could go either way, but yeah, some of you who are with another earth sign, if you're questioning their commitment or their truth, they're being honest and forward with you, or not forward, but straightforward. I question the earth sign, guys. I gotta be really honest with you. If you're with a water sign, I like that much better. Yeah, again, cutting is the one that was flying. Originally, I had said flying away. Something about a distraction, too. They might be distracting you to keep the truth hidden or to keep you from seeing the truth. I just don't like the energy of this King of Pentacles. I got to be honest with you. It's earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's someone who's stubborn, someone who's selfish, someone who isn't good at sharing. There isn't a lot of reciprocity. They're kind of stuck up, egocentric, very set in their ways. And I'm not saying that is true of earth signs at all. I'm saying this specific card is coming up because something about it, you have your guard up. You're protecting yourself with a weapon essentially because you don't know if this king is trustworthy. I'm not getting good vibes, guys. I gotta be honest with you. And again, I'm just putting it out there. So if you're resonating with the third party stuff, right? I mean, I did say that thing about Capricorn. If you're resonating with that, your air sign is on to you. If you're with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, again, somebody already knows what's up. I said that earlier. That's why this tower is coming in. It's like, you have a chance to fix this and make this right, or like universe is going to come in and do it for you. Take only what resonates though, right? Okay. Interesting. What is the help available to my Capricorns this month? The Page of Cups. All right, so this could be an apology. This could be some sort of offering of the heart. It's somebody who is still learning about their emotions, learning what makes them tick. It's learning about their personalities, learning about themselves. Wow, same card twice. What's the help available to you is listening to your heart. And that's interesting because I have to read the cards with what they say. So to me, this King of Swords, I'm going to say this is you, Capricorn. So if it resonates, great. If you are cutting off this selfish king, whether he or she, right, male or female, right, this could easily represent a female. If you're cutting out this person who's selfish and holding back, it's because you believe your sword of truth, which essentially stands for your mind, your thoughts. So in some respects, it is a head over heart decision, but you're being informed by your heart. And here's the thing, because it's presenting as the heart space, cups, right? Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Because it is presenting as a page, you're still getting used to the idea of listening to your gut instinct, of listening to your heart, of listening to your intuition. Because ultimately, it's like this power decision to sever, to cut, to know your inner truth, and again, be cold and hard and precise in your actions and decisions. It's actually opening up your heart space to allow love in. I'm just getting it's a good cut. It's a good sever. It would be severing off something that isn't helping you. It isn't serving you. And in that case, it's making room for the one that is going to last or stand the test of time. You're making room for the long-term partnership, something that is in alignment with your heart. Again, I do get good vibes from a water sign. If you have a water sign in your life, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, it's like you're cutting off the excess bullshit. You're trimming the fat, actually. I like that. You're trimming the fat to make room for the good. The pure of heart. Something about like a water being very cleansing and healing. It may have to do with healing your heart after a difficult breakup. That's coming up as the help available to you guys. It's going to be helpful to make this sort of decision, right? Even if it's not a cut, it's a decision of sorts that is promoting your own spiritual growth and your growth as a person. It's raising your vibe. And I think it's presenting as a page is because you're not necessarily confident in making this decision, but something about it, your heart knows it's correct. And so if this isn't third-party stuff, again, this could be leaving a job that just doesn't serve you anymore. Maybe there is some sort of emotional risk in leaving behind the people you knew. Again, going from a team of 3 off into your own venture, maybe you're a solo entrepreneur of some kind. There is some sort of risk here, but in the long term, it does seem like it's going to make you happy. Signing that contract, getting that marriage license, getting that certificate to practice your own business. I don't know what that would be, but like registering your business with the state. It could be something like that. It involves a long-term commitment, doesn't it? The 3 and the 2 make 5. So I think of the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Interestingly enough, this is a card of Taurus. Some of you are choosing your career over your love life too. It's like you're focusing your attention more on what you can control, and that is, again, what is within you versus all like the external people trying to like, I don't know, push their way in or be bossy or just manipulative. I don't like this King of Pentacles. I gotta be honest. I don't know what's up with that. But, and again, 3 kings, third party, guys. Like it's hitting me over the head. If it's not your message, great. That's fantastic. It's not your message. Check another one later this month. But there's third party shit going on here for a lot of you. And again, the help available to you is rooted in making the cut to promote what is in your heart, what is true, what is pure, what is innocent, you know? It's like when you were a kid and you had a crush on a celebrity or you dreamed of what love could be like. Did you picture having all this like messy third party shit? Like it's stripping it down to go back to the purity of love, the ace essentially, right? And it's growing off of that. I even like this, like from the ace, it sort of goes to the page. So there's huge potential for growth and commitment here. For some of you, again, it's career related. For others of you, it may involve, we'll clarify it, but it may involve another person. The world. Yeah, you're closing out old cycles and leaving behind, right? What doesn't serve you. It's like, go down the road less traveled, go down the road that is unfamiliar to you, because yeah, essentially what you're going to be doing is chasing your 9 of Cups. You're leaving behind what is familiar. You're leaving behind the status quo. Again, I said something about an emotional risk in terms of cutting something out and moving forward. That is exactly what the 8 of Cups is. It's leaving behind something that once served you in the past. At one point in time, it brought you happiness. It brought you joy. It brought you fulfillment. But now look at you. You're thirsty again. You're like, here's my cup. I need someone else to like nourish me. Someone else who's going to, you know, fill my cup and make me happy. And we know you're ready to do this if you already have love for yourself. If on your own, if singlehood, right? Your cup runneth over. You love yourself. You recognize your value and your self-worth. Yeah, you do. It makes sense that you would be ready for new romantic partnership of someone who like gives a shit about you. Someone who's not just going to fly away every time like a pretty new object catches their eye. Yeah, you're ready for the long term. You're ready for stability, for a solid foundation in partnership and in business or your career, right? The Emperor builds an empire. There's not this like fly-by-night fantasy, like no fly-by-night operation. And that's what the 7 of Swords is too. They love you one minute and then they're like sneaking out of your bedroom at like 3 a.m. the next. Like, nah, I don't think most of my Capricorns are looking for that anymore. It's like your person was trying to avoid conflict, but by doing that, they were hiding a lot. They were not presenting you with the truth. And so maybe that's what the Tower's coming for them, right? It's like the longer they keep you hanging on, it's like, yeah, the more damage they're really doing. You're waiting for someone who's going to offer you like a solid offer, something that, again, stands the test of time. The world is all about closing out old cycles and ultimately restoring freedom and balance and harmony. With this severing, you're setting yourself free. You're setting your heart space free so that you can welcome in new love and new partnership. Interesting. All right. So what is my advice or guidance for my Capricorns in the month of December? The Lovers. All right. It's a choice. Who or what do you love, right? And with the Lovers, with an S, right? It can frequently talk about third parties, right? 1, 2, 3. The underlying energy for that is, guys, oh my God, the 3 of Swords. Another 3. You have a lot of 3s here. You have 3 kings. You have the 3 of Earth, the card of teamwork, team building, multiple contributors, Capricorn. All right, I don't mean to laugh, right? Like, this is actually probably not a fun situation for a lot of you. 3 of Swords talks about pain, sorrow, heartbreak, depression, sadness. The underlying energy of one of the lovers in the scenario is heartbreak, sadness. So even the person who may have done the cheating or fooling around or the lying, right? Let's say it's not cheating. Maybe they just told you something that was false, right? It's shaking the foundation of your relationship, and it's probably coming from a place of them not loving themselves, them having an imbalance about how they think and feel about their feelings, and not just for themselves, for you, Capricorn. It's making a difficult decision, but ultimately walking a path that is going to lead you to like your wish fulfillment, essentially, right? With the 8 of Cups going to the 9 of Cups, I'm just getting there's happiness by taking a different road, by taking a different path, one you didn't anticipate, and maybe on your own. I will say that if you are not in the position in which you are choosing one lover over the other, and some of you might be Capricorn, but if you are in a position where you are cutting someone out for not being faithful, for not being, for not appreciating you and valuing you, it may serve you to take a few weeks on your own to go down this road, because it may actually lead you to a better counterpart in love. Again, we were saying putting your cup back out there, being vulnerable, right? With your emotions, with your heart, recognizing your worth and value and saying, like, I do deserve love. And not only that, I deserve better love than what this person is offering, because it seems like they peace out really easily. There isn't a lot of commitment here, and we know that's what you're looking for. That's why this card came up, right? Contracts, right? Whether it's marriage or business or whatever. Going down this road alone may give you actually some clarity and insight on what's actually going to make you happy in terms of love, romantic partnership, and relationships. I'm going to throw one more card on it. But I think your person, if they did cheat or do something to hurt you, it's because they didn't love themselves. So as easy it is for me to say, don't take it personally, I'm not going to preach that because I understand it's hard, right? I'm a water sign. I get my heart broken all the time. But what I'm getting at here, though, is that they weren't in a place where they could love themselves, and so they weren't in a place where they could love you, Capricorn. Your cup must runneth over in order to be ready and prepared to welcome in a relationship that will be equal and matched to each other, right? I mean, I'll be honest, right? We have a lot of kings. We don't have any queens. And I'm not saying that in a gender stereotype of, male must be with female. I'm saying, like, they aren't even in the same elemental realm. Like, these just aren't a pairing. They're not on the same page. They don't want the same things. They don't think the same way. Do you know what I mean? They don't have the same, like, long-term plan, long-term values in mind. They may come from different, like, faiths or different spirituality, and that's not a bad thing, but I'm saying these two aren't able to reconcile that difference right now. It's just, there's a severing, there's a split. There's a fork in the road, right? A lot of you do have a choice. Like, I have to be honest. I never like to point the finger and be like, Capricorn, are you cheating? Because I'm not here to, like, judge you in any way. These are supposed to be helpful readings, but it does kind of seem like, Capricorn, you may be in the power position to choose one partner over the other. I'm just putting it out there, right? And for some of you, maybe it's choosing a job, right? Temperance, balance, a card of loving yourself. So in Temperance, traditionally, it's the Archangel Michael, the angel of love, is shown passing one cup back and forth, but it's one person passing the cup back and forth. It's learning to love oneself. As I was saying, going down this path by yourself, it's actually going to teach you a tremendous amount about your self-love and about your self-worth, and to potentially go after someone or something, if it's a job, that is more in alignment with your heart than you recognized previously. Because ultimately the page, it's a student of love. It's a student of the heart space. Something about this is saying to me, you're still learning about your heart. And that sounds so funny, but it's like, you're still learning about what makes you happy. And from that, I take away that there's something you haven't discovered yet that's actually going to bring you a lot more happiness and value than you had originally thought. And again, it's people swimming in opposite directions. It's a choice. A lot of third-party energy. So some of you may be headed towards well, it could go either way, really. Some of you may be headed towards a Sagittarius. They are the card of Temperance. Or again, a water sign, though. Look at that. I'm liking the water sign energy here. That feels good. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces has some good energy attached to them. This is a card of Gemini. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. That I'm sort of neutral on. I'm not kind of getting vibes for or against Gemini. It's just kind of the card of the lovers. It does talk about a choice, though, and ultimately finding the lover you are destined to be with, right? If you believe in that. If you are a person who believes in, Monogamy. That's the word I'm looking for. All right. I feel like I need to leave you with one more. I'm sorry. This has been a really long reading. The ultimate advice, though, is make sure you are healed before you jump into a relationship. Make sure you don't have any mental or emotional baggage, because otherwise that's going to like screw up the energy of things trying to come into you. I'm just going to split the deck and do bottom. So bottom of your deck is the Page of Earth. You have that here too. A card of students. What are you building and who are you building it with? That's what you guys need to ask yourself this month in December. All right, guys, that is what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot readings. Bye.